Okay.
Where
A lot of people, not just you, a lot of people infantilize, whether it be Africans, whether it be West Indians, a lot of people infantilize these people. You absolutely do not get to abandon your entire cultural heritage, abandon your land, leave everything you know and love behind, come to a place 3,000 miles away, and then act like you don't have enough sense to know what being prejudiced is. Act like you don't have enough sense. What I'm getting at is when people try to attribute this to its ignorance, they know what they're doing. They absolutely know what I'm doing. And as a West Indian, I don't know who's new in here. I'm West Indian. Okay. As a West Indian, I'm telling you, the same way Black Americans call out coons. Okay. I'm trying to plead with y'all that we have our own variations of the sort, and coming up here and trying to act like they don't know what they're doing is literally making excuses for and tolerance for these people to continue perpetuating the same things they do. They know
what they do is they
They
read
simply
book
do
knowledge.
not care. They know what they're doing and they do not care. Because like you said, we didn't all go through the same exact thing. So how we show up in the world is also going to be different. They have never lived, let me talk about the islands. They have never lived as a minority amongst YT people. They don't view YT people in the same way and same sense that you may hear. And neither do Africans. Matter of fact, the first thing they say when they come over here, oh, the white people are so great. They didn't do nothing to me. You want people to come to that realization just from this. If that were the case, if it was possible for them to come to that realization by using words, they would have already. They basically need to learn for themselves. Essentially. They need to learn for themselves. But you want to know why they're not going to learn for themselves? They weren't the ones being mutilated. They weren't the ones being brutalized. They wasn't the ones suffering at the hands of white people. They don't share that struggle. They don't share that plight, and they never will. If they operated and navigated the world based on morality, we wouldn't be sitting here having these conversations today. They don't care. Run it back. I said Black Americans are the only people on planet Earth that have lived under subjugation as a minority, enslaved, amongst their oppressor. No other racialized Black group on planet Earth has done that.
Okay, okay, look at this. Look at the illusion. You see how all this conversation be having about people who say they haven't been through something. They never experienced it, but it's a illusion. Where did you get this history from that say that y'all been through certain things in life? If y'all don't have no record of it or nothing that's going through and say y'all been through it, only go through what somebody told you.
All of that. What are you saying?
So what? Any history would say y'all went through that. Do y'all have any rebellions? Do y'all have any massacres?
Yes.
Show it.
They do, but
the World
Show
Cup,
it, because you're creating a
just made us-
hallucination.
The World
This is
Cup,
what a lot of
they just
people
had
do. They
babies
paint a
in the
slow
moon.
history.
Y'all don't have a massacre
Vertier,
map.
go to Vertier. Look up
You
Vertier,
don't
the
have a
Battle of
massacre
Vertier.
map. Listen.
hello, oh my God, I've been listening. First of all, if you're saying that this is not your land, then you are a tether. You are someone who.
Okay, so what? Like,
No, the reason I say
let me finish. Because see, this is where ignorance has to stop.
You just called me a tether.
I said ignorance has to either conform or you're going to have to tell the truth about your family. Now, I'm going to state what I said again. If you state that this is not our land, what land under what jurisdiction rules you that you actually have allegiance to? If it is not this land, then you are one, committing treason openly on a recorded platform, or two, you don't know what you're talking about. First of all, the Constitution has changed and been amended multiple times. The Negroes of this land have been a part of the framework of our Constitution, federally and states' constitutions. If you don't know that you are the beneficiary of the Constitution from the very inception of the First Continental Congress up until now, and I'm going to repeat myself, you are again committing what? Treason. Or you are really not knowing your real lineal line. You're not telling us the truth, because one, I'm not going to go back 1 or 2 generations of family and be like, yeah, I'm Black American.
Yeah, that's why I think she a foreigner. She's trying to trick me.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Your lineage, your decennial lineage line is your business. But at some point, I'm gonna say it again. You're gonna have to tell the truth. No one on this land is going to say this land is not our land under this jurisdiction.
And what's your last name?
No one in this land is going to say. You all are really being disingenuous. Because the context of conversation, as I've been listening, has much to do with the evidence of this land and people trying to destiny swap and perpetuate some sort of, we are one big global people. We're not. People live in different jurisdictions under different government.
Black American, you can apply for a Black American scholarship, a Caribbean scholarship, an immigrant scholarship. Okay, y'all have. It is not equitable, is what I'm saying. And just because you possess melanin does not mean we are all on the same road and have these same obstacles. If we're talking about in the context of American society, y'all are afforded things Black Americans are not, and have never just been handed and have had to fight for. Y'all are just given it the second you touch down. The second you touch down.
Black people are
anti-Africans, Nigerian, Caribbean. They're not anti-Black. Y'all wasn't using that word as an identifier. Y'all trying to integrate all the Black into one group as if we all one. Y'all was identifying through y'all corporate nation. If you was a Haitian, you was a Haitian. Jamaican was a Jamaican. African was an African. Nigerian, they wasn't Black. They wasn't calling themselves Black. Y'all was anti-Black. Don't fuck with Black people when y'all go to America. It'd be no immigrants coming over here. They're not Black American. We took that as an identifier because we didn't accept that Black American means first Black people, First Nations here. That's what Black mean first. Not Black how they categorize it in a black box. But when them Caribbeans, African, all them other people come over here, they trying to integrate and call themselves Black now. But when you speak to them, they honor, they flag, they raise it up. Oh, we Haitians, we Jamaican. Think about it when they go. But then it's like when we want to do our own thing, it's like, no, we part of y'all. No, when y'all had y'all shit, we don't come to y'all shit. Y'all do your own thing. But it'd be like they trying to integrate with us. And the reason why y'all carry the estate. And this is why everybody trying to anchor. You don't see everybody on the world is anchoring on to Black Americans, who are the indigenous people of this land.
We all heard Haitians and Africans say, I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. Exactly. I'm not Black, I'm Nigerian. I'm not Black, I'm Ghanaian. I never heard those terms. Let's not act like that never was ever said. New modern day term. And what they doing, they anchoring on to y'all lineage. What's happening now, the corporate government is shutting down. They give your land rights, your estate. If I know your last name, I'll tell you what clan family you from. I'll tell you your clan mother. I'll tell you your clan father. I'll tell you what treaty you directly connected to the 1500s. I'll tell you your constitution. There was indigenous people. Like if you see Sojourner Truth, she was a Mohawk. She was a Mohawk Dutch. Harriet Tubman spoke Mohawk Dutch language. That's why we have Dutch lineage. We had intertribal treaties. The original Dutch people all over the planet was Black first. Yeah. So if you look at the 1600s, now be Dutch treaties. Them was Black indigenous people signing those treaties. If you go back to the Royal Crown, when you start getting King Charles II, he was a Black man. And then after you get to 1654, this is when the white people came in and anchored on this corporate bullshit.
Somehow, some way, the responsibility of reforming that is they never take responsibility for that. They're just like, oh, well, I was colonized, so you can't really hold me accountable for how I perpetuate harm against you, because when, the YT people did what they did, they never spearhead reforming themselves, evolving, taking accountability, evolving, okay? They never take accountability. They just say, well, we were colonized 200 years ago, so what am I to do about myself?
They're not, but then they leaving their homeland. We didn't leave our homeland. We still fighting
against you. I was colonized. Oh well, that's
go fight for your homeland.
I think that's the bigger picture.
It's not unity.
And they try to get light. They try to Harlem Shake. All of it just looks like third. But y'all should have a Caribbean Juneteenth, Heritage New York. New York doesn't exist. Let me get this off my chest because I'm from the Bronx. New York literally just does not exist without Black Americans. And the fact that I have to say that, the fact that I even have to say that, I feel like today when I look at New York, I don't stay there anymore. You couldn't pay me to stay there. Okay, but when I look at New York today, I'm like, I'm from old New York. I don't know what this New York is. I'm literally from old New York. This is new New York, okay? And I just feel when I see, whether it be Caribbeans, whether it be Africans, and they try to get light, they try to Harlem shake, all of it just looks like third-party residual culture. Like, it don't even look right, okay? And then they want to prance around. First of all, whenever it's an African, whenever it's a Caribbean, why are you forcing it? They be forcing a Brooklyn accent. It sounds so unnatural and so forced, okay? It's okay. Your parents don't sound like that. Just sound regular. I'm not forcing it. Do I sound like I'm trying to force a Brooklyn accent? Okay, they be forcing it so bad, like they got a piece of hot charcoal stuck in the back of their throat. It's okay.
So
Your parents don't sound like that, and you
in
can't sound like from a place you don't come from. It's really just okay. Okay. And the other thing about it is they're so proud of this New York culture that literally does not exist without Black Americans. Quite literally. I wanted to show my receipts for this Caribbean Juneteenth.
I'm gonna say
thing.
this real fast while you're
Go
looking
ahead.
at it. I was in the grocery store and I saw this man, and he had on this big old cowboy hat, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love that cowboy hat! I want a big cowboy hat." My family's from Texas. I'm looking, and he started talking. You hear this heavy ass accent come out his mouth. And I was like, oh my God. He had on the boots, jeans, like overall. I was like, what the hell? I
Shabuzi
said, he was
2.0.
like, yeah, he said, I'm from Texas. A whole Nigerian.
Listen.
A whole damn Nigerian. And he was like, yeah, if you want to get your cowboy hats and boots and stuff, you got to go to Texas. And I'm listening to him, right? And I couldn't believe it. Someone is telling me about me and where I gotta go get my and he dressed up like it's a costume in fucking May.
Jason,
You're being replaced now. We come, we watch you, we learn you. We see everything you do and we be you.